welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. I have a really old build for you today. This build I probably did like October, probably like beginning of October, I think. It was a long time ago. It could have been November now that I think of it, but I don't really remember. It's been that long. But I love this build. I love how it turned out. I spent a stream and a half on it, so like 5 to 6 hours-ish on it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I spent a lot of time on the exterior, and honestly this one I got really inspired for this build by a picture I saw. I think it was on Facebook. I'm part of a Sims group on Facebook for like building inspiration, and I think that's where I saw it, and I was really drawn to the second floor exterior entrance. I thought that was really cool, and the rounded parts on the roof, I thought those were really fun, and I spent a lot of time, like I said, working on this build, figuring out the colors. I really wanted to make it orange. That was also what drew me to the photo, the original photo, but none of the oranges in the game worked really well to do that. So we ended up going with more of like a red and brown than orange, which is what I really originally wanted. But with this build, I wanted to add the watermill. That item came in debug from Cottage Living, and I'd never used it. I kept seeing people using it in these beautiful builds, so I was like, I want to use a build and feature the watermill. So I did. And to tell you, I spent most of my time on this build on the watermill would not be an exaggeration. I spent so much time working on the watermill, making it perfect. I sat there for hours using sprinklers and fountain pieces to try to make it look like it was moving and that there was water flowing. It turns out really cool. You're gonna see it soon. I also used a lot of debug in this because I really wanted the kind of like overgrown grassy look, and Cottage Living, which has probably the best debug in the whole game with all the packs. It has a lot of that grassy exterior like ground pieces, and I think they're fantastic. And that's the look I wanted to go for, so they worked really well. I also spent a lot of time just on the pond itself, making it look realistic and not like a Sims pond that no one really put time or effort into, you know? But I really love how it turned out. I've said that like so many times that I've just loved how it turned out, but I really do like how this turned out. It really started rough for me. I really didn't like how it was starting. It was looking really funny to me. Specifically the house. It felt like a really odd shape and just funky and off, but I really like how it turned out. Like I pushed through finishing it, and I think it was worth it. And then there's sunflowers. You gotta have sunflowers. It's my build. I need sunflowers on all of my builds. But I also made it so you could have like a garden, and I used that debug fence actually from, again, Cottage Living, because Cottage Living has a superior debug menu. I also used that hose item to put on the wall next to the garden, which I always forget exists. And you can see here that I'm working on the watermill. I ended up adding a bit of a cover so that we could kind of hide half of it and like make the water features. And those are actually sprinkler pieces from like the fountains in there, and it looks really cool when it's live. I'll be sure to put a clip in the end with it moving, and you can like look at it. It's so cool looking. I spent so much time on it. Also, speaking of all the debug that I used, when I go through debug, I get really distracted by random stuff in there that I'm like, oh, what's this? A giant building? Let me look at it, and it pulls out, and then it's just like this huge building. But there's one item I was trying to work on the watermill, and I was trying to figure out, I was like, is there a waterfall item? Things like that. And so I was looking, and with the Island Living pack, there is a waterfall item. So I grabbed that and I set it out, and it did not work with the shape or the size or anything. It didn't size down or size up. It wasn't a very useful item, so I went to delete it, and it wouldn't delete. And to tell you, I almost cried when that happened. I spent 20 minutes trying to delete that thing. I could not get it to delete for the life of me. So everyone in my chat was like Googling like how to delete things from debug that won't be deleted, and I was trying all of these things. We closed out and saved the game so many times, and it would not delete. And I had gone into live mode and then back into build mode to test something, so I didn't have the option of just undoing the action. And so eventually we figured out that if you draw a wall through an undeletable item and then delete the wall, it'll delete the item. So use that information what you will. It's very useful. But here we have the kitchen. I really love the kitchen, and like I said, Cottage Living. is mostly used in this kitchen, just like it is outside, because at this point I was still obsessed with cottage living and it went really well with the vibes we were going for. And I love the upstairs of this house. It's really warm and cozy feeling with like the fireplace and the blanket basket. And I think like the reds and creams go well together to make it extra cozy. I think it's just really, really cute. I love it. Cottage living is just like the superior decorating pack for this type of build. Like, I just can't get over it. I'm going to talk about, I've talked about so much about cottage living already, and I apologize, and it's probably not going to stop. And then I also spent a little while like decorating with fall decorations because I really wanted to look like it was meant for fall. So I used a lot of debug items, and I made a little centerpiece on the fireplace, and I think it turned out really, really cute. And like, it's very simple and understated, but I just love it. Also, I love making that like wood basket that's sitting there. And if you want to know how to make that, just pop on over to my TikTok, because I just did a TikTok on how to make that. It's DizzyMissLiz_ on TikTok if you want to go check that one out. I also have a whole bunch of other build tutorials and game hacks and all kinds of things. So feel free to go follow my TikTok. It's linked down below. The basement was actually really hard for me to do. I'm putting curtains up here, I know, but the basement was actually kind of challenging because it's such a small space, and I wanted to have a decent amount but like still having like an office space as well, and like having a bathroom, and like everything basically had to be in the basement. Almost all the living items had to be in the basement. But I ended up putting a wall in and having a separate office, not closed door, but there's like an archway, so it's like a closed-in office. So I ended up doing that, and I really like how that looked. And then this little alcove with the glass roof and everything over the bed is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I was actually trying to make this into like a craft room because I thought that could be really cute in this little cottage. I didn't like how it looked. It was too like bright and not happy is the word, but just too modern looking. So I went with a more classic vintagey looking. I was tempted to put a bathtub in there. I don't know why. Chat was trying to get me to do it. I don't remember why, but I went with a bench instead, and I thought it was really, really cute. And then I actually went with some of the crafting items in other parts of the room just because I thought that would be fun to have in there. And then I made a vanity over here, and I love making vanities. It's one of my new favorite items to make in the game, to like finagle to make it look really cute. And that's just whenever you put like a dresser versus like a little table or something with a mirror above it, a non-functional chair. The chair is not going to work. It's not going to be a functional space, but it's really cute. You just put a chair, or I like to put like an ottoman or like a little puff seat, and then just put all of the vanity items out on the table, and it's so cute, and it just adds like a little bit of touch of realism to it, and I think it's really, really cute. But then here are the finishing touches. I went with yellow for all the curtains, and I love yellow. I don't know why I didn't change that one, but that one should have been yellow too. But that's the build. So we're going to hop into the game, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a tour because it's been a long time since I looked at this build, and I'll show you that watermill in action. So here is the build. You can see the watermill has water running, and it's like my pride and joy of this build. All right, now I'm going to pause it because the Sims that I put in this build to change the weather are trying to get in, and they're all naked. I don't know why they're naked. They just are. I didn't do it. I don't even use CC. I don't know why it happened. But on to the tour. So we have this little entrance, like the bike and the pumpkins, and I'm obsessed with all the pumpkins in this game from Debug, from Cottage Living. And then you can see in here, so this is what the inside of the watermill looks like. Not cute, but if you look at it from over here, cute. Very cute. And then over here we have a little garden, and there's already some sprouts growing, and they're very, very cute. And then in here we have the kitchen. Very, very cute. I love this kitchen. I think it's really cute. We got some Henford on Bagley wall art from like the fair. And here, like I said, we have this cute little like decoration on there. And I just think it's really cute. I don't know why it's not letting me go inside. My game's been broken, and I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, there we go. So we have this, and we have the little wood basket. Like I said, again, if you want to see how I do that, go check out my TikTok. And then downstairs, you come down these stairs right to the bathroom. Really pretty blues. We want like the stone on the back wall as well, and like a brown tile to match it. I honestly really love this blue swatch of these cabinets, and I think it kind of goes really nice with those rugs, so I really like it. And then we have over here like the vanity and a bench, because you can't have too many benches. You need seating room. But this is what I mean by like making the little vanity like this. I'm gonna make a TikTok about this soon as well. If you want to go check it out, go follow and keep an eye out for new ones as well. And then we got the bed, and I put a little debug coffee cup in there because I thought it was cute. It's nice. I don't know why this curtain is a different color. I don't know why I did that. It's also a different curtain. I can't explain that one to you. I don't have an answer for that, but it's really cute. And at different times of the day, you get really, really pretty light because of the skylight in the ceiling. And then you come over here, you got the little office. We got some stuff to knit. We got a chair you can knit on, and we got the cross stitching stuff. I really love all these photos from cottage living. I think they're really fun. And then we got some more plants and the bookshelf. And that's basically the build. Despite how long it took me, it's really quite simple, especially interior wise, but I think it's absolutely adorable, and I definitely think it was worth all of the time that I put into it. If you want to download this build, I do have it up in my gallery. Disney Miss Liz with 2 Z's and an underscore, I think. Check it down below. It's linked down there. And I actually have it twice on my gallery. I have one just like this, but I also have one where it's empty. So because a few people in chat asked if I could upload it without any furniture in it so that they could decorate it themselves. So I did. So there are 2 versions up on the gallery. The exterior is completely the same. I don't think I changed the exterior from when I uploaded that. They should be all the same. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of any other videos you'd like to see me do. I'm up to really make whatever kind of content you guys want, so I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are. So leave them down below. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!